technical difficulty after another. Let's go. Welcome to SimTraX Broadcasting, everybody. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live here from Martinsville. We're here at the Virginia Paperclip, ready to see the USRL League duke it out here for 125 laps. Every single time we come here, you notice how this track gets a little rougher for the drivers. Everybody tries to press on just a little bit harder each and every lap to see if they can get a leg up on another driver out there on the track. But man, oh man, it's hard to do when throttle control is critical at a place like this. We're taking a look at the number 12 out there of Kerry Rogers, who's been knocking down some decent times out there. But right now, I'm looking for Austin Hakes. There he is. Right now, I'm hoping to see Austin Hakes do pretty well out there in the number 28 Toyota. He's been looking pretty fast here now that he has returned back to the track. And we'll talk a little bit about some of our previous winners who were here. Jake Oakley had been doing quite a job through season 1 and 3, but the most winning driver here in this league has to go to Davey Hazard, which I do not see currently Mr. Hazard whiz locked and loaded here for tonight, so he will not be knocking down his name again for a short track like this. I think a bunch of other guys would like to see the opportunity to go against the champion here of this track. Right now, we kind of hone in on Dewey Schramm trying the Hail Melon scheme, but instead he'll be heading to the backup car. All right, moving on up to Alexander Gonzalez Green here. Right now, Green out there in the 63, looking to see if he can hold his hold a candle up to the rest of these guys tonight. He's been looking pretty fast as well, and Austin Spencer. Spencer out there in the number 13 Ford. Right now, not too many Toyotas, only 3. I'm waiting to see if Noah Joyce is going to go out here and take part in the warm-up here for tonight. But appreciate you guys for joining us here at SimTraX Broadcasting as we bring you here to the Long John Silver's 125. This should be a good run here tonight. We are definitely hoping a lot of our guys are going to be definitely promoting their stuff here tonight, as we definitely keep an eye out for what all they can do and how are they going to manage all the way to the end of this race. Right now, I'm seeing a couple of guys out there still trying to squeeze out a couple of extra laps here. But we should be getting to our starting grid here momentarily. Right now, the Virginia Paperclip being oh so close, and a couple of guys have been on edge here all night trying to see if they can come up with any sort of a plan of what they're going to do and how they're going to battle amongst each other to get up to the front. I would probably question you want to get up to the front early and sooner than later rather than wait. So that may be what you're going to see from the rest of these guys here tonight. Taking a look here, just about most of our starting grid getting on the track here tonight. And we should be getting ready to go here. Let's see, Bill Hart. Everybody, we're going to be battling technical difficulties most of the night here, so we'll see if we can get this one fired off. Alexander Green and Sean Britt will be starting in the front row. Alex Hakes starts third. And right now, to the outside of him will be Garrett Sidnor. Kerry Rogers and Noah Joyce sitting in 5th and 6th. Moving on to William Page and Scott Fleener for 7th and 8th. Luke Smith holds on to 9th in the Chevrolet, and Daryl Harris will be starting in 10th. Darren Ingram, Victor Vallee will be starting in the 11 and 12, Ken Bordeaux and Joseph Weaver. Cal Lovell, Dewey Schramm, Tommy Bordeaux, and Austin Spencer are going to get taken off here in the back of the field. They're going to be having a hard time getting their way up to the front here, but we're going to hope the best for them as green flag is out. Here we go. right, looks like we got a driver already spinning around here. I think Sean Britt is our first driver who ends up facing the rest of the way. I saw during practice Sean Britt was having some trouble spinning out. And that's going to end up sending him to the back of the field here. Had a great start here to the beginning of this race. As I think we finally have hammered out some of the things here tonight, let's go ahead and take a look at what our race is going to consist of here tonight. 125 laps, 3 sets of tires down in the pit, and a 67% fuel capacity. I don't think fuel capacity is going to be much of a problem, nor the tires. It's going to be the amount of caution laps that we are going to be running, and we'll see if they can hold on. Of course, no fast repairs. This being a fixed setup, and temperature on the track is going to be sitting at 80. This, of course, being race number 27, only leaving us with one race left to go, and that will be Auto Club coming next Thursday. Do appreciate you guys joining us here with the USRL League. Guys, start signing up now. They got the Dash for Cash running, going on, and a lot of extra goodies that these guys are giving away. But make sure you are staying tuned in here to SimTraX Broadcasting, as we should be bringing you some awesome stuff here. Especially out there on Wednesday nights where we got the Bandit Racing League. You see Bill Harkins out there in the chat. On Monday nights, you'll be there with us with the Nora League. We're hosting the Gen 4s, and Saturdays we're hosting the NSR series. Right now, pace car lights are still on. After a quick caution that started this one, I think everybody can kind of guess what happened to Sean Britt out there as he's working his way down pit road. I figure he's going to kind of top off and go here. Notice how he was sitting in the 4th position. Goes to dive in, gets some help. Gets sent on around. Looks like number 50, Garrett Sidnor, had made contact with him. And right now, I think if there's one person who's going to be kind of annoyed out there, is going to be Sean Britt. I think even over in the Bandit Racing League, a little touch and go ended up sending the number 5 into the wall at that race. So the Weather Master Machine going to be having some trouble here. I'm not sure what Alexander Gonzalez is doing here, but I guess he's just toying around out there. Bill out there is no, I guess your technical difficulties will send over to me here. Clean an exploded ink pen from inside of a dryer. Dude. All right. Let's see the 2 Toyotas in the front row go at it again here. Let's get this back underway to get lap number 6. And try to get this behind us. Let's continue on. Keep an eye around that number 50 machine. He's in the Long John Silver's car, who is our sponsor here of the night. Not bad here. Notice how everybody kind of seesaws just a little bit there as we take a look back. This is from Garrett Sidnor's machine. Our dive in there is William Page, and back under caution, Dewey Schramm. Did the Hail Melon a little too soon here, as Barney's back to the rotator cuff. All right, let's see what happens to Dewey Schramm as all the Schramminators are out there. Let's see how we do. And do we loop it? Oh, yep, touched just on the bottom there. That's one thing you can't do at a track like this, is go down and touch the edge of that concrete where it hits that bump up. And it will end up sending you the rest of the way around. All right, well, Alexander Green keeps taking that odd line out here. We'll see how he holds in. So Dewey Schramm entering pit lane now. Might be for a fuel and go. I see Sean Britt with an 18.6 seconds last time he came down pit. Seemed a little early for tires. All right, a couple of drivers have been shifting up. Austin Spencer, one of them. He's moved up 4 in his Mustang. And checking the Camaro out there, Victor Vallee. Currently, he is up 4, sitting 8th. Cars already double stacking here. They want to get back going. The pace car light should be out this time by. It does, maybe. Not sure, and currently Should be double stacking here and getting ready to go. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go around one more time. Tell you what, Bill Harkins is out there in the chat, and he has got a caution flag sponsored. If there's one place you can guarantee you're going to get your money's worth, it's going to be here at Martinsville. Guys bumping and banging, slamming into each other through the turns, but I don't think we've got 3 or 4 laps down without being under caution yet. And I would say this normally works out all the kinks in everybody's game here. Everybody starts getting a feel for what they're going to do, how they're going to push each other up to the front, and see who can work well around one another. Be some really heads-up thinking for Alexander Gonzalez if he's trying to save fuel by cutting the inside there. I really don't think that's going to change anything, but who knows? He might be able to go all 125 laps without ever having to pit. All right, Alex Gonzalez, to see how he does here. Getting off to another restart. Barney in the flag booth, waiting, go. Great start there by Alex Gonzalez as we move up overhead and taking a look at the rest of the cars that are kind of bouncing around here in the back. Right now the 42, William Page, was trying to get a little something here on Noah Joyce. He's going to have to send it in there. That's going to cause him to bob up a little bit. Noah Joyce going to give him an earful for that one as it sends him 3 wide. Already Joyce falling almost out of the top 10 here. The 60 car is looking for that spot. Inside line, you've got to fight to get to the inside here at Martinsville. There's the one place you don't want to be is hung out on the outside. It does not work. You can't rotate through fast enough, and you can see right there it happens. And we might have another car around. Who is it? Austin Spencer. A couple laps there. Yep, just loops it. But once again, the 55 of Sean Britt gets some more damage out there. Hate seeing that go for him right there so early to the beginning. Not only has he been spun out once, but then gets turned around a little bit there and he gets some contact. See if Sean Britt decides to come down into pit road and double check that right front corner. Yep, he's going to come on down. Take a look at it. I don't blame him. Check the tires. You don't want to replace the tires now. Let's go and check that damage. Now, oddly enough, this track, only about that half mile. A lot of guys try to see if they can slide underneath another driver or dive bomb it into the turns. A lot of times that doesn't seem to work out, though. A lot of guys try. Make that attempt, but if you're trying to dive for an inside line, that's definitely one way to do it, is stick the fender in there and give them the New Jersey pass. So we'll see how they fare here. Should be double stacking this time by. Good Lord. Guess not. Sean Britt and Austin Spencer are now leaving the pits. They scurry out of there before they get lapped by the pace car. Sean Britt, unfortunately, losing the most amount of positions here tonight. He's down 15 as he sits in the 17th spot. I think back down pit road for Dewey Schramm. Sitting in the box here for the last 20-some-odd seconds. I guess try and pull out a couple of those kinks on that race car. Not mistaken, I think pit road speed should be about 35 miles an hour. As you can see, he cuts through all the boxes trying to shorten up that pit road so he can get out before. I don't know. Normally that's a penalty in most of these other leagues. I don't know if they're going to call that just because of the damage and it being Martinsville. All right, Garrett Sidnor We'll be riding along with him a lot here tonight. Let's take a ride here with the 50 machine on a restart. Right now you'll watch Sidnor. The first thing he's going to do is try to get to that inside line, and he does. Nobody to his inside unless Page wants to gun it in there. Can do, gets a good roll out. Back here from Sidnor, holding on. There we go. Sidnor is able to get underneath Kerry Rogers there, and that's the. Oh man, William Page sending it in there. I think he was trying to get a pass before we got back under caution. Joseph Weaver's our next driver around. Yeah, Sean Britt was the highest placed driver that ended up getting around. All right, let's see what happened to Joseph Weaver here. Outside, yep. Concrete grippier than the asphalt. Asphalt slips him around. Around he goes. To be expected. So now we see a couple of extra drivers coming in this time. Some of them the first time here tonight. Cal Lovell is coming down. Tommy Bordeaux coming down for his first time here tonight. See how they fare off of that. Right now, Sean Britt still sitting in pits. Right now, that leaves us with the top 12 drivers who have yet to pit here so far. And Bordeaux all the way up. Everybody else like to get this back underway here. Got a lot of work to do if they want to make it. A lot of people here are just looking to survive here at Martinsville. Martinsville's a pretty tough track. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. You can see everybody else is saying, you can even see from our broadcast here that the inside line is where you've got to be. You're not going to be able to capitalize very well unless there's a huge checkup on the inside line. We saw that work for Garrett Sidnor, which will fortunately give him an inside line start right behind Alexander Gonzalez. So Gonzalez is going to try to set him up for success here. Watch for Garrett Sidnor to try to shoot out and get under Austin Hakes there in the 28. See if he can break up those Toyotas in the front line. This is going to go to the 63, waiting for the restart here, and he goes. Sidnor might have to full send it here into one. Hakes decides to stay to the outside. Interesting call here because that's going to allow Sidnor to attack. Sidnor hanging on the inside here. Boy, and right now Sidnor has been hot as of late. He's won himself a couple of races here in the past handful of races that have come up. Sidnor looking to continue his stroke of good luck there. Noah Joyce caught on the outside as Darrell Harris now slides up a position. Oh, hard shot there for the 27, Victor Vallee. We'd say that is an off track there, but Scott Fleener. Well, it gets worse. Harbor Freight Machine is around. Might be taking those tools back to where he got them. Right now, Scott Fleener is going to drop down to the last position. We'll see here. Scott Fleener, a little checkup there, a little touch by the number 9. 9 trying to straighten him out and loops it back around. That's the awesome part of when you get to a short track like this. As guys definitely start bumping each other, pushing each other around, you can almost straighten the guy back out and y'all can get back at it. Normally you'll see somebody end up going back out there and doing a little retaliation. But I would rather somebody straighten me up and let's keep this thing under green than going back under caution out here. Checking in out there on the chat. Looks like Bill's thinking about hitting the button on the dryer and sending that thing to the moon. Alright, so we got a slew of cautions here so far. Hopefully these will come slow down a little bit. I believe that is our 5th caution in a matter of 28 laps. Scott Fleener, the spin out of this one. Right, Fleener looks like he's no worse for the wear. Daryl Harris coming on down. Harris will be going to check his pit box from the right front damage that he received. If everything looks good after the fuel and go, and send him back out there and have him go at it again. Yep, 12 seconds there for Mr. Harris. He'll be getting back out onto the track. We'll see if this qualifies us to go ahead and get the lights turned off here this time by. Alrighty, Jay out there in the chat. How many times have you seen Martinsville with me? Is this one any different from some of the others? Alright, let's see. Here we go. Pace car lights are off. Gotta say, your qualifying position's kind of what is key here to this track. Get a good qualifying position, you can get up front and stay out of most of the problems that normally happen from 8th on back. You'll see exactly what I mean as we hone in here on Victor Vallée there in the number 27 Chevrolet you see sitting on the bottom. He's getting that tangled up there with Noah Joyce's Toyota that's hanging to the outside. Right now, bad turn there by the 12. Kerry Rogers able to recover. Now Luke Smith's eyes are bugging out of his helmet there as he saw that one getting nasty. Kerry Rogers was able to save it. So the only previous winner here of Martinsville is out there on the track, currently sitting in 10th. That goes to Cal Lovell. Michelob Ultra number 5 Ford. He's going to look to see if he can retain his run. See if he can get it here at Martinsville. Boy, as we sit on top of Cal Lovell's car here, you kind of look forward. The key would be looking all the way up there at Garrett Sidnor. You want to be looking about 7 or 8 cars up to see what you're going to get yourself into. But fortunately, he is in a good spot because the caution happens behind him here. I think our driver, Austin Spencer's around. Yep. Got a bunch of guys getting in some trouble here early in the race. Got a couple more guys that are still stumbling out there on these cautions. Caution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be number 6. Let's take a look at Austin Spencer here, who has brings our 6th caution on lap number 35. Yep, just gets out of the groove. Loops him on around. Smith sitting 8th here. We'll see if we can surprise some of our drivers here. See if we can find out what they think and how they're going to run this race. I would love to find out. Now would be a fantastic time, and see if we can grab a couple of guys during all these cautions. Luke Smith, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dude, a lot of cautions here. What do we do to get these cleaned up?
I feel like there's just a lot of impatience going on, and guys are just driving in real deep, and they're just washing up into guys and causing all sorts of chaos.
Yeah, guys sending it in there super early, I guarantee you, is because they would love to see them get to the inside line. Luke, good luck to you out there, buddy. This should be pretty tough as the pace car lights are out, bud.
Thank you.
All right. So Luke Smith back down there with a couple of his driving buddies out there. Scott Fleener and Garrett Sidnor, just to name a couple of them. William Page and Kerry Rogers going to finish out that team here tonight. All right. Well, Alex Gonzalez and Austin Hakes should have a good feeling for how each other are going to restart this race, as they've been doing it every single time here tonight. That still leaves us with our top 8 drivers who have yet to pit here on the track. It goes all the way back to Luke Smith and Kerry Rogers. They are the ones who have yet to pit. Cal Lovell all the way back have. It's going to be a tough run for them. Looking to see some that topped off on fuel and taking a set of tires. And if they're taking tires now, they may be trying to offset a little bit and see if they can get something different to change up this strategy they have out there on the track. And I believe Tommy Bordeaux is going to bring out our next caution. No mistakes happen out there at short track, but I would almost say you can almost feel who practiced and who didn't out there. Some of these guys are getting in a bad groove out there, sliding up the track and getting into some trouble. Tommy Bordeaux was already in trouble. You saw him making contact with the wall. Hate to see that. Contact with the wall, and then it just got worse from there. There's the pop right there on the wall. He tries to get it, and he's already sliding in. So Tommy Bordeaux down in pit road now. Trying to fix this one up a little bit. Before he's got to get back out there. Guys, appreciate you joining us here at SimTraX Broadcasting. Bring you the Long John Silver's 125 live here at Martinsville. If you're excited for the finale of this season, that'll be next week at Auto Club Speedway. The track that may have been that has been shut down, that we can at least reminisce of the good times and the great racing that they had out there. Fortunately, iRacing has been able to keep it around. I don't think they'll be scanning it anytime soon. Couple of guys out here. They're looking to make a move up to the front. Cal Lovell still sitting in that 10th spot. He's gained 5 or 6 here on the night, depending if he can get past Darren Ingram out there. Ingram should be out there in the number 21. Should be in that Monster Energy car. See if he has an opportunity. Track is plenty wide to go too wide at this track. Try to see if they can get around. Lap number 46 is underway. Already a little stumbling up front here around William Page. Page and Sidnor are going at it. Now Noah Joyce full send here on the outside. We're Looking to see how Kerry Rogers. There's some movement. And the 27. That's a big one. Victor Vallée is around. 60 just comes to a stop. I don't blame him. That one contained Victor Vallée, Tommy Bordeaux, and Joseph Weaver. All those guys ended up in some trouble out there. So rack up the cautions here. I think we're up to 8. A lot of guys shuffling around out there, trying to see what they can do. Let's see if we can find. Let's see if we can find another driver out there who might have some insider information. Daryl Harris, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How's it going?
Dude, it's going. It seems we're high pacing here tonight, buddy. You started in the back there a little bit. You started in 10th, and you've kind of been weaving in and out of some of these wrecks or watching them happen in the rearview mirror. What in the world is going on out there?
I don't know. I think it's guys kind of being a little aggressive and, you know, whether it be on the throttle or racing against the other guys. You know, that happens. That's short track racing, as Denny Hamlin says. And, yeah, these things happen. We're just getting sorted. Hopefully we can start having green flag runs, hopefully, like now. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, short track racing, yes, I can see that. The cautions, no. You know, when I think short track racing, I think guys... we're folding fenders and quarter panels, and we're scraping the walls. We're pushing each other into the turns a little too hard. But we keep kind of getting out of the groove. And how hard is it at Martinsville to get down on that concrete? We see a lot of guys putting those right side tires on the asphalt and the left side tires on the concrete, and it's looping these guys around.
Oh, I just blue screen, I think.
Bro.
Oh no, I've lost. I don't see what I'm doing here. Hang on.
Yeah,
I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, showing a disconnect here, buddy. I'm showing you down the garage.
All right, yeah, all right, that happens. But yeah, to answer your question real quick, it's not hard. I mean, you got to be like not being in the rhythm like this. It can really affect you with these cautions. So, yeah, we'll try to get back out there and hopefully not lose too many laps.
All right, buddy. Hold your breath, and we'll keep your head up. I'm sure you'll be able to fight back. It'll be enough lucky dogs.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick.
Good luck, buddy. All right. DJ Harris does join us out there in the chat occasionally here on YouTube. Here with SimTraX broadcast. One of these days I'll be able to say the worldwide leader in sim sports. That would be cool. All right. Alex Gonzalez, Austin Hakes here. What do you say we go again? Austin Hakes looks like he missed the gear. Oh, no. So Hakes now might be dropping down to third. He's going to give that spot up to William Page. Page is up now 5 on the night. Drivers trying their best to see if they can get it fixed up here. Still waiting for Daryl Harris to make reconnection. Sometimes this happens with a packet loss. Guys are able to clean it up a little bit. A little disc cleanup and a defragment, and they'll be back out on the track. Can sometimes help aid in that stopping. Right now, Darren Ingram sitting in 8th. Trying to hold on to it, though. On the inside goes the 21. Darren Ingram might have it here. Scott Fleener is putting up a decent fight, though. One thing you're going to see when drivers do, or if they're able to battle on the outside, is a lot of throttle control. Being able to pull off that line and get an angle. Now knows how Fleener's trying to send it to the inside. Good block there by Ingram. This is currently the battle for that 7th position. Looks like it might have calmed down just a little bit as Vallée wants to fight his way back up to the front. Inside here of Sean Britt. Britt gets bumped out. That's short track racing. That's what you expect to see. Guys send it here to the inside a little bit. Guy gets a little out of shape. Around he goes. Sean Britt gets a little too hot into the turn. So he's got to square off that turn and try again. That's going to make one of his slower laps here tonight. As Sean Britt knocks down a 21.33. He's got to settle that car down. One thing that happens at a short track, guys start getting in their head out there. Oh man, I made a mistake. I got to recover. Nope, just keep hitting your marks. And somebody else will make a mistake. Let's keep going here as we were looking at Valley and Fleener. Fleener's going to stick to the outside. Fleener goes down another position. So he was battling up there with Ingram. Ingram gets away from him. Oh, the 27 deciding to drift it around the turn. Caution. Victor Valley out there in another caution here tonight. We at least got a good stint of green flag laps there. I think everybody started feeling really good about that one. All right, looks like we're going to get a wholesale out there. Fire sale coming on down into pit road. Alex Gonzalez and William Page decide to not come down into pit. I believe there's only one other driver who is not. There it is, Hen Bordeaux. So that will leave us with 3 drivers in total that have not pit out there on the track. Currently 7 remain on the track to decide not to pit this caution. See how these guys fare as they've got to hurry up and get out of pit. There's Cake Sidnor. There's Kerry Rogers. Waiting to see who's on their way out. I see Victor Valley getting ready to launch. Here comes Noah Joyce. All right, there's Valley. There's Schramm, Weaver, Luke Smith, Tommy Bordeaux. Boy, Britt's in here for a while now. I think Britt's going to go down a lap here, as it is going to give him a hold. Everyone's got to get around him. Yep, got out there a little too late. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Daryl Harris was able to get back out there. Don't think in time. I guarantee you, Daryl Harris says, I would love for this thing to go green flag racing. I bet you he doesn't now. He got a bunch of laps down. So hopefully Harris will be able to recover here. I believe he's sitting currently 7 laps off pace. He's going to be playing chase. I believe we are up to 9 cautions here on the night. We'll see how it goes. Luke Smith. I wonder what happened to Luke Smith here. Why is he sitting currently in pit? That's not good. Get back under green flag here. They're holding on to it. 63 of Alex. Alex Green gets out there. William Page sitting second. Darren Ingram is third. Scott Fleener fourth. Cal Lovell is fifth. Cal Lovell getting very close to reprising his season 6 win. Reach up there and grab this one. Austin Spencer sits in 6th place. Austin Hakes 7th. Garrett Sidnor in 8th. Victor Valley 9th. And Hen Bordeaux holding on to that 10th position. Now, Hen Bordeaux has yet to pit here on the entire night. I'm hoping maybe any sort of tire strategies is not what's causing Hen Bordeaux to be marching backwards, as now Noah Joyce goes ahead and gets on around. And Bordeaux on the roll backwards here, very early on to the brakes for Hen Bordeaux. What you'll see is some drivers on this track, one thing they mess around with the most out there, brake bias. And right now you can tell somebody didn't use that much brake bias out there, as Joseph Weaver is our next driver around. He is down in the pit road currently, bringing out our 10th caution here of the night. All right, let's see what happens to Joseph Weaver here. It looks like I see some damage on the back end, so I don't know if that's already a problem with the downforce he's trying to get. Whoop! A little too hard there. We'll take a look and watch him come into this turn again. I want to see which tires lock up on him. it look like the front's checked up there right as he's entering the turn. And that's what's, well, I was getting ready to tell you guys about a little bit about brake bias. But the 60 is going to be a prime candidate here. As you can see, the numbers start turning a little bit slower in the front, so we hammered the brakes. And then the back end of the car outruns the front, and that's how we ended up getting turned around. So brake bias, you can actually change the amount of percentage when you hit the brake, how much brake force is applied to the front wheels and how much brake percentage is applied to the back wheels. What you'll see a lot of guys do is at a track like this to maintain steering is to apply a lot of brakes to the rear. You do, unfortunately, run the oversteer possibility where the rear tires will lock up, and then all of a sudden your car is going straight. Or in this case, where you notice where there was too much front brake bias, guys will hit the brake, it'll lock the front tires up, and then the back end of the car will swing around. So Martinsville is a pretty technical track out there. You've really got to hit your marks. You've got to get that brake bias dialed in. That you do that before the race, and then you make the slight adjustments. I know if I were ever, when I'm here at Martinsville, I choose rear brake bias, but when I'm trying to make a pass, I shift it up to the front. That way I can try to pivot. When guys get in the turn, you're able to get that nose down by hitting the front brake bias, be able to knock into the turn a little bit harder, and then once I get the breakaway, it's back to the rear brake bias again. And then that way I can hit my marks and make a good pull through on the turns. So a lot of these guys are learning that here tonight. As we come up with our 10th caution, pace car is heading back down into pit road. It'll be due for its oil change after this race. Here we go, William Page on the outside, and here we go. Scott Fleener and Cal Lovell sitting in row number 2. They'll be playing chase right now. Fleener has a better angle here on the inside. Cal Lovell is going to drop. And immediately, with about a blink of an eye here, 3-car pileup involving Kerry Rogers, Noah Joyce, and Austin Spencer. That makes 11. All right, so this is going to give, I believe, Joseph Weaver normally should be getting the lucky dog, but currently sitting down in the pit. So this should give Darrell Harris a wave around here to start making up some of these laps. Yeah, currently seeing Austin Spencer down there too. Let's take a look at what happens. Oh. And the 30 car, Dewey Schramm. Hood is up. But remember, no fast repairs here, so these guys are going to be hanging out in pit for a while. Dewey Schramm might be looking to just see if he can get that hood held down long enough where he can race. That thing's going to fly up, slap up against the windshield, and he's not going to be able to see a thing. See how this goes for some drivers out there, and maybe we will have an opportunity to talk to a driver we don't talk to, I don't think, much ever. Let's see how we go. Hen Bordeaux, you got a copy on me here?
Yes. Hello.
Holy cow, never talked to you before. All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about your pit strategy out here if you got a chance. What's going on? You decided not to pit?
I mean, the tires are still good on it, and fuel's still good, so might as well.
What does the fuel mileage say? Will you make it to the end?
We have about 57 laps left to fuel.
What? Okay, so that would explain why Alexander Gonzalez is also, as well, has not pit and is hoping on it. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
All right, and Bordeaux giving a shot there as we get a chance to talk to the 26 Ford. See how we get going here, side by side. I love seeing these guys up here toward the front. These guys have been working really hard amongst one another. Some of these guys fighting from the back. Cal Lovell, to name just one that I like pointing out, up 14 positions here, and he's so close to getting up there and grabbing a hold of it again. 57 laps is what Hen says, able to get up to the front and be able to knock down enough laps here on fuel. So Alex Gonzalez, as long as he can take care of those tires, should be able to make it to the end without ever having to pit. William Page. 42 bringing out her next caution here. Pace car doesn't even get the headlights off. We'll be back under caution. Let's take a look. William Page. Did he get some assistance here? Nope, looks like Luke Smith backed it way up there. Page is full send in. So maybe we can break this one down as well. Taking a look at William Page. What causes him with these tires? Let's take a look. Oh, just a little too hard into the turn. A little too hard. I think he was trying to pedal it around there. Let's see how this... See how this goes right here. See if anybody else decides to pit. Hen Bordeaux still not pitting. Number 12. I think Hen Bordeaux would come in and get a set of tires here. At least try to freshen them up a little bit. Hen Bordeaux was getting up there around that 10th position. Drops down to 13th. Page and Joyce head on down into pit. Lap number 78. See how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Want to know if we can... Yep, that's who I want to talk to. Where is he? Not see. Mr. Lovell. Love to have a conversation with Mr. Lovell out there and see how he's doing. Cal is not currently sitting here in the Discord. We're double wide. We're going to go at it again here. All right. Try this again. Drivers have plenty of opportunities to fight their way back up to the front. And I'm curious about Ingram. You notice how those front tires locked up on the way in? Boy, he was hard on the brakes. Gary Rogers definitely puckered up on that one, watching the 21 sliding on through. Did not get caught up in that one, but I guarantee you they're giving some lip there to Ingram. Well, Ingram might want to slow down, pick them off one at a time. Don't try to take four all at once. Ingram slides to the outside. Fleener settles down in the 6th. This is going to hurt Ingram a lot here. This drops him down to 12th. Joyce is getting to the inside. Oof. Hard on the front brakes. There's a pivot there by Noah Joyce. Go up front, and Tommy Bordeaux punts himself out there. Hey, K-Doggy, how's it going out there, buddy? Appreciate you joining us here in the chat. Take a look at Tommy Bordeaux. Take another angle at what his spin out ended up being. Did he try to send it too hard into Fleener? Yep, I think he was trying to stay out in front of Fleener. And the only trouble with this turn is Tommy Bordeaux does not rotate to the top line. So he's got to take it much slower and back that turn way up when you take the inside line there. And that's not what he was able to do. Good check up there by Fleener. Yeah, K-Doggy out there saying seems too much like cold tires are pushing too hard. Yeah, you're 100% right. We've been seeing a lot of that here tonight. If my tally's right here, we're up to 13 cautions. This is going to be a pretty brutal one for all the drivers out there. I think Hen Bordeaux might have an idea of not pitting, keep the heat in the tires. We had a stint there for a little bit, almost got 10 laps before we got back under caution. We had a caution on 46 and then the next one on 57. So far we have yet to match that. Pretty brutal here tonight. Okay, Doggy, I was telling everybody before you got here a little bit about brake bias out there. Guys, how to shift it to the front or to the back and what advantages and disadvantages that it has. This track is very touchy, especially on tires. You want to get the heat in the tires or otherwise they'll never stick. So you do have to, oddly enough, take it pretty easy in about the first 6 laps, and then you can start making more daring moves toward the inside. We'll see. See how we get this going. Lap number 90. Give us about 36 laps left to go here. Alex Gonzalez in the lead. He may be able to go wire to wire. Got the pole and has led every lap here so far. Give it to Sean Britt for fighting back up to the front. He's now up to 7th from his original qualifying spot. He's got to find 6 more positions. As he now drops down to 8th, Gary Rogers gets the best of him. All right, Douglas Ross out there saying, yep, good crowd from Martinsville. Yep, that we do. Pacing around a little bit, though, as Sean Britt loops himself. And that's 14. Yeah, K-Doggy out there saying too low on the brake bias. Yep, I said there's a time and a place. Yeah, definitely, I end up leaning it toward the back more to get the rotation through the turns. And when you want to race alongside somebody, you move it to the front. You can move it plus or minus about 6% depending on what you're doing. But plus or minus 3 from dead even where you normally are. All right, so we saw Sean Britt and how he looped it around out there. That ends up getting him a bit out of shape. And we're going to see if any of these rest of these guys have anything for it. All right, so we'll see if we can find us another driver that maybe we have an opportunity to talk to out there. The 49 Ford, the Harbor Freight machine is Scott Fleener. You got a copy on me out there?
10-4, I got you, sir.
Oh, boy. All right, well, you have got involved in a caution, but you have been able to fight yourself all the way back up to the front. Now, that caution that you were involved in back on lap 26, how have you been able to slice through this field and get back up to at least in contention of a top 5?
Well, I took some fresh tires, and that seems to have been sort of helping get me up here. I'm on older stuff than pretty much everybody else around here, but most of my damage was pretty superficial. It hasn't touched my radiator or anything, so it's Martinsville. We're beating and banging. I'm just going to keep this thing rolling as long as I can.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. And it's also taking tires almost seems like suicide for some of these guys. They're taking tires and then not allowing the heat to get back in them. So it almost seems it would be better not to take tires just so we can keep the heat in the tires. So you're saying putting 4 on, it's working out a heck of a lot better for the Ford out there.
It's working a bit better. It takes you a restart or two to kind of get the heat in them, but once you do, it's like you can just slice through the field. Anybody who has like 15, 20 lap older tires, it's like you can just get right around them.
Right. Okay. So that's why I was asking Hen Bordeaux about that a little bit back there in the 26 Ford. Is why not take tires? Why? And kind of saying, I'm not going to take tires. They're going to make it. Y'all are going to make it on fuel. You don't really need to pit. I don't know. Didn't know if that would be an opportunity for some sort of success out there for guys to be able to shoot their way back up to the front. But it's going to be pretty tough as the pace car is looking to line you guys up double wide again. How do we fight ourselves up there for a podium position?
Get lucky and just try to find a spot to get through.
All right. There's going to be a lot of tough guys out there in front of you. Good luck, Scott.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All right, Scott Fleener. He'll be starting on the outside of row number 3 here. There we go, back under green. This has been all Alexander Gonzalez Green's race. He has led every single lap here so far. I would say probably pretty much looking like an easy run for him. As we get more toward the top here, getting a nice dynamic view of what we're seeing here. This is Scott Fleener dropping down to the 6th spot as he had something on Victor Vallée, but he's got to cut in soon before Kerry Rogers tries to get a hold. Kerry Rogers taking a look to the inside there in the UPS number 12. And that looks like Fleener can't get to the inside line here. Tough run as right now that 49 trying to hold it. You're saying tires may be the key. Right now Kerry Rogers is up 58 tires that were put on lap 58. See how it goes as everybody still seesawing a little bit out there. Garrett Sidnor sitting in 2nd. Cal Lovell starting to apply some pressure. Not bad here. Everybody starting to single file out there a little bit. Ingram sending it into the turn. That pushes Fleener up the track. Fleener now back down to 9th. Hopefully there's no commentator's curse here. Right now Fleener would like to fight to the inside, but you'll see it happen. Fleener will get to the inside here, and then he'll chop back to the front again. With 25 laps left to go, if a caution comes out now, I wonder if Fleener would consider coming back down and taking tires again. He's definitely got plenty of sets down there, and may be able to pull out a little bit of that damage he's got on the rear of that car. Superficial, he says, nothing too bad out there, but I think a little extra downforce to the rear of that car may help him be able to plant and go out here. Hey, not bad. Getting a good slew of green flag laps here. And that is working out beautifully here for Sean Britt. That fights him up to the 9th position. He's still charging forward. But William Page will be sitting right behind him and is trying to give him a little coaxing here to get going. Caution. I believe this caution may involve the 31 machine here of Noah Joyce. Looking kind of bare here tonight. Normally we see him out there in the Sunoco machine. See how it goes. Let's take a look. This is the 31. This is what causes the caution. And yep. Too much entry. Too much entry. But there's no way that should have caused the caution. That one should have been a saved and he kept going. Pity. Pity. All right, so a couple of guys are coming down into pit, and one that I expected. Scott Fleener is working his way on down. That's exactly what I expected to see. That is perfect. So this may be a good call. 49 machine going to put a set of tires on here. And I think he's going to go back out there and try to slice through the field without killing everybody in the process. We're saying out there, Stella. Stella out there saying pity. Yeah. Yeah, pretty rough here. Pretty rough. It's like William Page. Whoop. Have him make a stop and go there. I think he needed a pit. Daryl Harris needed to be around him first before he came down in the pit. As we had a stop vehicle out there on the track. Hen Bordeaux is still yet to take tires here. Alright, so we'll see how we can hang in there. See how we can hang in there. Sean Britt still trying to fight up to the front. See a lot of people seesawing back and forth just trying to hang in. See how well they can do it. Two drivers have taken it back to the garage. Joseph Weaver in the number 60 Ford finishes 18th. And Austin Hakes, yep, he was sitting in the number 2 spot almost all night. And it's taking it back to the garage. Which is quite unfortunate. See Mr. Hakes returning. And then unable to finish the race. Here we go. Alex Gonzalez playing the drag race there with the pace car to pass the finish line first. Be a little challenge that he has tonight. As you see Cal Lovell now getting into second. Lovell would love to come away with a win here, but he's got a hard charge to get up to the front. Can he come up with anything? Right now I see some shuffling here in the back. I think Dewey Schramm's way out of shape. Schramm keeps that caution from coming out. Good. 17 to go. Right now, I think Tommy Bordeaux is kind of in a really crummy line. Top side he is. Sitting with Sean Britt. This is the driver to his inside. They're trying to keep it nice and smooth through these turns. Still held up on the outside over here. By Tommy Bordeaux. Whoa! 3 wide here. Look at Fleener. Fleener with the fresh tires. Bordeaux, out he goes. No caution. Tommy Bordeaux spins out here. And Fleener, look at the amount of speed he's got. Gives a shove there to Sean Britt. Kerry Rogers gets marched out. That has him at a loss of 6 here tonight. Fleener looking to play it and go here. This might be his opportunity. Taking a look at some of the last lap times. Fleener with a 20.34. That's still not fast enough to catch Alex Gonzalez, who's running a 19.69. All drivers in the top 3 running under 20 seconds per lap, which is insanely fast. Right now, Ingram trying to run down Sidnor. That's for the second position. Cal Lovell gets marched out. He's sitting 4th. 13 to go. Alex Gonzalez with a huge lead here. Got those front brakes glowing this time. First time here tonight getting that opportunity, and he's showing what he can do. Caution. Sean Britt. Heavy damage to the 55. Let's see if William Page was the other driver that was around. Take a look here. Oh, Britt just sends it in too far. Oh. Page sees it. But we'll break down what happened to Britt here, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Heads into the turn. Little too hot. And just sends it the rest of the way around. So you see how we have front brake bias. We hit the brakes, and the rear end of the car comes around. So this is where we needed to shift it to the rear brake bias and help pull ourselves around. Slow the rear end of that car down and let the rest of the car turn. There's just too much weight getting slung into these turns at too much speed, and something's got to give, and the tires were the first ones to go. Quick pit stop here for some of these extra drivers. Sean Britt, Victor Vallee coming on down again. Daryl Harris and Dewey Schramm. Schramm, this will be his 7th visit here of the night. Coming down. Barney's got the flag up in the air. Hopefully this should be signaling last time around. Yeah, Stella out there saying Britt's having a rough couple of days. Yes, he is. He ended up in trouble last night as well. Britt just can't seem to get out of there. The punishment continues for him. Cal Lovell will be starting on the outside, so I don't think he's going to have anything much for our leader of Alex Gonzalez here right at the end. So Long John Silver's 125 coming to an end here very soon. We'll be getting started on lap 118 this time by. The 63 Toyota still holding wire to wire here. As Ingram sending it on in. Not bad. Ingram's definitely able to plant and go. Ingram been pretty close to causing a caution out there as he's looking to shoot his way on around. So far so good. Everybody's still hanging in there. Taking a look back here at Tommy Bordeaux. Fleener's shot himself up to the 6th position. Yep, bad turn. Holy cow. William Page completely misses the turn and turns his car into a dart. If you guys are just now joining us, we are up to our 17th caution here of the night. Unfortunately, this one does catch up with us. We'll be under our first green-white checkered this time by. 42 machine with a huge jolt here. And I think he was trying to miss Tommy Bordeaux as Tommy cut down. And that may have been the reason why we see William Page having ascended in there, as he ran out of real estate. Let's see if we can get a better angle of this here. Yeah, that might be our one here. Let's take a look back. Our final caution here of the night. Yeah, the 57's already cutting down, and I think that ruins his lane. Well, yeah, once after that, Page has got nowhere to go. Kerry Rogers looks like he's already getting pretty annoyed out there. Getting hammered up pretty bad. 3 laps left to go here. So our first green-white checkered here of the night. ready for this one. Ooh, nice. Ingram trying to psych him out there a little bit. Don't want to pass him before the restart. Oh, and Ingram misses the gear. Holy cow. That was a major league move there. Point to the fence and then bunt. All right, watch that 27 machine starting to send it in there. Victor Valdez wants to get a couple more positions. He's got 5 on the night. Alex Gonzalez getting a good pull away here, and the 27, yep, he's going to dump him. Yeah, Victor Valdez is going to get punished for that one in another race. I assure you that one. He's not going to tolerate that. Victor Valdez then ricochets off Darren Ingram. And Valdez up to 4th as Alex Gonzalez wins it. Yeah, this guy right here, boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, Luke Smith is not happy. Yeah, Luke Smith is not happy about that. All right, we'll see if we can get him out of the rage room here. Luke Smith, you got a copy on me here, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, pretty rough racing out there. Talk to me about Victor Valdez out there.
Just straight up dumped me and Noah on the last lap. I mean, he was throwing it in the corner all night and then does it on the last lap. Frustrating.
Yeah, we were watching, man. I saw the whole thing from up here and went, whoa, as a bunch of you guys got around. I would say, before I let you go here, how is this transfer over to Auto Club, man? This is going to bring a little chip on your shoulder this time.
Well, it basically took away any hopes I had at winning the championship. So, yeah, it's a little frustrating. Showed up to every race this season, and guy that didn't show up in a couple months, comes in and is destroying everybody's cars.
Yeah, and I know a lot of guys out there were really hoping for a cleaner race out there, but I know Mr. Valdez was not doing so hot there. Maybe we'll see what the admins can do about it. Luke, good luck to you, buddy, and hate to see how that ended for you here.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep. Boy, I didn't even consider him being taken out of the running there for the championship. That is a tough luck here. All right, let's take a look at our race results here at the end. The unofficial results, of course, admins always have the opportunity to fix some of these issues that do arise out there on the track and try to straighten these guys out. But man, oh man, that's going to be a tough run here for these guys. 18 drivers here tonight. Almost all of them made it before getting smoked out there. But definitely we will see how it goes for the remainder here of the season, which next week will be the Auto Club Speedway. So hold your breath, guys. That should be a great race next time. Hold on and let me run my drivers down. All right, everybody, we are catching up. Third place finisher here, Cal Lovell in the number 5. Boy, what a tough race here all the way at the end. A lot of tempers flaring out there, and we were hoping you were going to be able to come back and come away with a win. You haven't won here since season 6. How tough was it out there on the track?
It was frustrating because I mean, there's no easy way to put it as Caution Fest, and I don't like Caution Fest. I'd rather race more than half the race and sit under yellow for, I don't know, hour and a half. So, I mean, too bad we couldn't put on a better show, but I'll take third any week. I would like to win, of course, but after that, it's just nice to come away with a good finish.
Yeah, this moves us on to Auto Club next week, which that should be the very ending of you guys for the season. You kind of want to really ramp everything up and make the best of it. But kind of, what's your outlook when you head to a track like that?
Well, I really think next week will be a much better race. We usually put on a good show at Auto Club, and hopefully that's the case. Yeah, we're just getting all this out of our systems for the finale.
Yeah. Short track racing, I always stick to Bristol. At least the banking can help you guys and try to hook you guys in. Cal, shout out time, buddy.
Shout out to you all. Sorry, I'm sick. Shout out to John for running this team. He puts on a great team. And just shout out to everyone for showing up this season, and hopefully we'll see him next week.
All right, Cal, good luck to you, buddy, and get to feeling better, buddy. We're going to need you out there at Auto Club.
Will do, Patrick. You have a good one.
You too. All right, fantastic job there by Cal Lovell, moving us on to Garrett Sidnor, who had an excellent race here tonight. Seemed Alex had some definitely some restart strategy out there. Looked like he missed a gear a couple of times or had some wheel spin, but what could you have done to run Alex down this race?
He just had it. Having control at a track like this is just so important. I mean, you get the time to launch, and when you have to go up against the leader at a track like Martinsville, you're going to spin the tires if you try to match the launch exactly. And that's just, I feel like even when I was in the lead, people were doing it. Like, I'm sure Cal, Will, Aussie, plenty of people did it. And that's how we kept generating these restart wrecks that happened all night. But yeah, I mean, Alexander ran a great race, as as per usual when he shows up. He did a pretty good job. He was out front all night basically. But yeah, me too. I'll take it for this crapshoot.
Yeah. Well, you were kind of seesawing out there a little bit. Just stayed out of pretty much all the trouble out there. Took a tire call a little bit later on, or I believe it was lap 58. You came down and took tires. Would you redo that again if you could?
No, I think we do it exactly the same way. Honestly, I was thinking of I felt like we had to pit at some point if we ran green at some point. I was thinking of pitting as early as lap 35. But I'm glad I pit when I did because it gave me enough tire there at the end to at least hold on. I don't think it mattered if you put 100 lap old tires on or fresh tires on Gonzalez Green. He was going to get away from me. But yeah, I feel like I would have done the same thing. Yeah, we really got through the field pretty quickly. I mean, once we even with the tires on, we got up to about, I'd say, 5th, and then kind of just worked the restarts.
Yeah, and the restarts were definitely ugly out there, and I would say a lot of guys' dreams were broken tonight, especially in the playoff run, man. Yours still is alive and well. We'll see how you do at Auto Club. Shout-out time.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate John for painting me this nice Long John Silver's machine that showed up to the Long John Silver's 125. Glad we got a good finish out of it. It's been a minute since we've been up here. But yeah, I love Travel Stops, Fruita Bush Generator, Forest Glory Art and Photography, all the JPR group for hanging in there tonight, and all my family supporters, Ray Tustin, whoever else may be watching this, and hopefully we can go to Auto Club and close this thing out for not only a championship but go have a shot to win one more, and we've had a really good season.
Well, definitely we'll be seeing your team, I'm sure, working together out there. I wouldn't say it's a draft-heavy track, but it was a little bit of teamwork. Definitely makes the dream work. Congratulations on your second-place finish there, Garrett, and we'll see you at the last race of the season.
All righty, thank you.
All right, Garrett Sidnor hanging in there. That moves us on to Alex Gonzalez. What a race this was for you, buddy. It looked like wire to wire, and you were able to come away with the win. What was the key to winning here tonight? Just nail those restarts.
Yeah, I mean, track position obviously important when you have that many yellows, and even at Martinsville in general, kind of chaotic, but I'd still rather have it in my hands up at the front, which is where it was. Um, yeah, and it restarts. It doesn't take too much. Don't have to play games or anything like that. Just you vary your when you're going and try and read the cars next to you and behind you, especially in iRacing. It's definitely hard to read the leader, even if he's not playing games. So trying to use that to my advantage. And, even when we did go green there for a couple laps, just felt comfortable in the car, had good pace, and nothing worried me too much.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say you nailed 17 perfect restarts here tonight.
17.
And yeah,
Oh
that's how many cautions we had here tonight. But on top of that, we actually got to see you stretch your legs out a little bit there. You got up to about a 2-second lead out in front of the rest of the field there, and that was quite impressive. I would say, and we'll try to angle this a little bit before we talk about Auto Club. The drivers that started next to you or behind you, were any of them you were nervous about here tonight?
No.
Overtaking, not dumping you heading into the turn or something, trying to slow you down?
No. I mean, I stuck to what I knew, drove how I was going to drive, couldn't control how others were going to do it. So, nothing happened that bit me, but even if it did, all I can do is control how I drive, so I was just worried about that.
Awesome job, buddy. Well, 126 laps led here at the Long John Silver's 125. Shout out Tom here and talk to me about Auto Club. How you feel about it?
Shout out to the driver of the 63. Really had a good day today. And Auto Club, I don't know. 2-milers aren't my favorite, but we'll see. Again, all I can control is how I'm gonna drive it. So
awesome. Well, yeah, right. Multi-groove track. I like those ones where it's not just a single lane, like Kansas or something like that. It's so impossible to pass there. You have many opportunities and different ways that you can punish those tires out there. Alex Gonzalez, congratulations on your win here, buddy. Not to swell your head up, but that was an impressive win here tonight. Yeah, definitely going all 126 laps led. Fantastic job, and we'll see you at the next race.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for the broadcast. Have a great night.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Awesome job there by Alex Gonzalez. What a race. Definitely, I would say, slightly dismal on that one for all of you who were joining. It was a bunch of cautions. I mean, a boatload of cautions. But this is what we see at Martinsville. Guys just getting a little too hot and heavy into the turns here. Everybody getting too excited. Somebody gets an opportunity, and they try to attack without thinking what the repercussions could be afterwards. Now, I would say, tracks like Bristol, Richmond, things like that, you're going to do the exact same thing. I think you just have a whole lot more banking at those tracks to save you and help slow you down in the turns rather than being so brake reliant here at a track like Martinsville. So the Virginia Paperclip comes to an end here. Next week will be the Auto Club Speedway. That will be the season finale, race number 28 here on the season. So awesome job here by the USRL. Hate to see them coming to an end here of this season, but man, it has been hard fought for a lot of drivers, and some guys are ready to go ahead and call this one because their playoff dreams have been smashed. We'll see how the Victor Valley run moves and how it's going to go, especially right at the end, and how they hang in there for what's upcoming next for the points chase. Keep an eye out for all SimTraX Broadcasting's upcoming streams and scheduled streams that we have coming up, and we should be coming back to you live not very long. I should be seeing you guys on Saturday with the NSR League. Gen 4's open setups. It's going to be a great run. We'll be at Atlanta. But from all of us here at SimTraX Broadcasting, bringing you the USORL series, be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.